going on, everybody? My name is Kemet High, and we're back at it again on behalf of Double XL. Today, I'm sitting with hip hop royalty who goes by the name of Swizz Beatz. Swizz, what's happening with you?
Zone. Blessings, King.
Likewise. Appreciate you for rocking with us today, man.
Always.
We have a legend in the atmosphere, so I don't even want to waste any more time. But today, we're talking about The Godfather of Harlem. It's an epic show. It's in season 2 right now. For those of you who don't know, it's about crime boss Bumpy Johnson, who's played by Forrest Whitaker. He does a phenomenal job in the show. It takes place in Harlem in the 1960s, and it essentially just tackles the socio-political tribulations of that time period. Swizz is the executive music producer, so he's in charge of bringing the sound of the show to life. So we definitely just want to jump into that and talk to you about your role, selecting music for the show, the type of artists you work with, all that kind of jazz.
Oh man, thank you. First and foremost, working with Forrest Whitaker and Chris Brancato and the whole team at Godfather of Harlem has been one amazing ride. Just to see that type of artistry and creativity come to life. And, speaking of a legend like Bumpy Johnson, and then getting to see all of the different eras, from the streets to Islam, to politics, to everything, religion, to power, to African American power. Then to make the soundtrack and the music to be characters in that in the show as well. It's been fun, man.
Yeah, I could only imagine. And so many different flavors that you utilize in that as well. So knowing your ear, it seemed like you were a perfect pick for it, to be honest.
Oh man, thank you. I just wanted to compliment what was being done, because a lot of times we see shows, and being a music head, whether you're a producer or just a music lover, like how many times you see shows, the show is shot so well, but then the music is just like, why would they license that song for this?
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that we haven't been doing. We've been picking artists that have the character and the feel for the show and making it more about them playing a musical character in the show from a sonic level, rather than picking everybody that got #1 hits on the radio, just to be cool. Because my thing is like, I think the cool thing is just making music that's from now connect to the visuals from then. So the juxtaposition of, those songs and those artists from today, curated sonically and visually for the show has been super fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. What would you say are some of your goals as the executive music producer of the second season?
I just want us to win all the awards we deserve,
Yes,
from the everything, from the cinematography from the music side, from the wardrobe side, to the director side, to the writer side, everything, because it's just a masterful show. I mean, every episode is like you watching a movie again.
I'm saying.
It's like a movie. It's shot like a movie, not like a TV show. It's shot like a movie. So it's like you going to the movies every time, Sunday come around.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people gravitate to it. I mean, just gangster dramas in general are really hot right now. But like you said, it's all about the cinematography that goes into it. And the show is definitely on point with that one.
Yeah, man.
What are some of the steps you take when it comes to soundtracking each episode?
What I'm doing different now in season 2 is I'm kind of like Bumpy Johnson's voice in his head, right? So when you see episode 1 starts with the car chase, I'm narrating that as you're seeing the car chase. So a lot of the different scenes and things, when you hear my voice, that's actually the voice of Bumpy Johnson in his head. So like, I'm like, catch me if you can, but Bumpy's in the car chase, but on the ad-libs, I'm like, catch me if you can. I done been to hell. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm just saying everything that's going through Bumpy Johnson's mind as he's trying to get away. And I think that was a great tie into the show because once again, it's like, how can we add to the characters by being a character in it ourselves instead of just saying, oh, this is music, we're just going to put it here because the beat goes well. No, the whole song should go well, not just the beat.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
You get your, and with that, you tap into a lot of different artists. I mean, so far in season 2, you tapped into Sam Cooke. You know, you fast forwarded a little bit to Nas, who's an OG at this time. You know, you done brought it up to French Montana, who's even more, you know, current in terms of the years that he's been in the game. So, what are your inspirations for creating like certain songs or utilizing certain songs that you use for each scene?
Um, for people not to be distracted from the show,
Mm,
you know,
feel
but
that.
also like when you hear the music, your ears and your eyes should be working at the same time, right? Meaning that when you're looking, you can feel something and hear something that complements the entire picture, right? Because there's a lot of songs that I could have put in places that would have been more popular, but it overpowered some of the footage to take some of the soul out of it. So sometimes you have to dumb it down just a little bit and then edit and score around certain parts because the main thing is keeping Bumpy character and the other characters in the film alive through the music, right? So if I'm overshadowing the artist with the music because I like a song better, then I'm not making a real good executive choice as the executive producer on the project. So sometimes I look at it like, you know, this version of the song is for the show. And we can have another version that's for the album or for the single that's on Epic. You understand?
Yeah, no, for sure. Super dope to get your perspective on that too.
Mm.
And off rip, Swizz, we want to take the time to offer our condolences on behalf of Double XL on the passing of DMX. I mean, we know you know that you guys more
Thank
than
you.
just, you know, musical collaborators, you know, more than friends. You know that was a brother to you. So we just wanted to send our condolences on that note.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, he need to get the next cover. Tell Double XL, let's get the next cover. Let's go.
Hey,
Because
I'm saying,
he deserved that joint. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, you know, you done already been on about 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them. So
Yeah.
for sure. But segueing off of that, the first episode of this season features Been the War, with you, DMX, French Montana. Talk to me a little bit about how that song came about.
Well, that energy was, you know, it's a DMX energy. You know, you can hear the track. It's a DMX energy.
For sure.
And I just wanted to like connect the dots because, you know, we was working on his project as well. And just wanted to keep him involved in Godfather of Harlem because he loved movies. He's an actor himself. He's a
Yeah.
big fan of Forrest. And when we did Just in Case, he got like such great feedback from it. And so it was okay to let Godfather have that. And then it fit the scene. It just happened to fit the scene. And that's actually was the last vocals that I've done with him personally, you know, like was that particular song. And he was excited to do it. He wrote me after he did it, and he was very excited for people to hear it, which is why even with his passing, I just let it come out because he was just, you know, so excited for it to come out. So it's just like I didn't want to have to think, okay, my brother's not here now. Let me hold up his creativity. You know, as far as I'm concerned, we try and keep his creativity on schedule and keep it coming because that's what he wanted. You know, he was just like, man, I just want to hear my music again. Like he was in a good spirit with everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, it took me a quick second, because I was like, you know what, maybe I should switch a song. But I was just like, for what? You know, X was very excited about this, and you know, he was happy that Forrest and our whole team was loving the song, and let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. You know, why stop now? You know, let's keep his legacy alive and keep him on things that's current as much as possible, because he really has something to say and he really has something to do, and he did a lot for everybody. So it's my job and our job to keep that alive, although the physical is not here anymore.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, his music in the past has obviously stood that test of time. So definitely a good thing to see it come alive in those different ways and just be celebrated in that light.
Yeah, I mean, his best of hits was number two. I think it was Taylor Swift, DMX, and Justin Bieber. So that's in 2021. So that goes to show you that music is timeless.
Yeah,
Unfortunate, um, the circumstances wasn't what we all wanted, you know. But what he wanted was, you know, he just wanted he wanted people to hear his music. So um, we're gonna continue doing that by any means.
for sure. Rightfully so. You featured newer artists in the show, Melvani and Bada TD for "Forget About the Streets." Why did you choose that song? Definitely a banger, but why did you choose that?
I personally like, and you know, Brillo's on that track as well. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I just like the way that, like, the melodies and the hunger, and it just like Godfather can come off sometimes maybe as like the older demographics, and I'm like, it doesn't matter the demographics, from the artist that's there, whether it's a younger artist or older artist. If you're curating right, whoever you put on there is going to fit the space and it's going to feel right. And I just love that song. Like, you know, that song right there was it was Brillo's song first, and then I was like, you know, let's widen it a little bit more, and put some other talented creatives on it, like, because they went crazy,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Straight
went crazy. Word, shout out to them.
for sure. It's interesting to hear you tap into that A&R side of you as well. Is that something that you would say has developed over time with your decades in the game, or something that you've gotten sharper with towards like the latter half?
I think it just comes from being a music producer and a lover of music, to really care about things and understand things that might go over people's heads sometimes. Like, if I make a decision on something, it's probably based off of like things a lot of people won't are not even paying attention to.
Mm,
You know, I'm like, you know, the reason why this song is not like this, because the cadence is off. You see how he's coming in with the melody. I don't say about so much informant. Then mix that with it. They forgot about the streets. It just balances it. The song before was just they forgot about the streets, Burlo, Swizz Beatz. But that's too personal. But now you come add that melodic melody to it, and then let the highlight of it be they forgot about the streets. That's going to stay in your head. Then it's going to go with the film. Then it's going to be easier to move into. So that's just naturally curating. And you know, I feel like I'm a curator in life, period. Whether it's music, fashion, everything I do has to be, it's a curation. Um, that just comes with growth, you know.
yeah, no, for sure. I feel that. Is there ever a situation where you consider songs that people maybe have sent you on social media, like commenting under your post, and then you find a gem that you're like, all right, maybe I should utilize that. Does that ever occur?
Um, I don't think I really connected with people sending me music on social media. I connect more probably with people sending art because it's more visual.
Mm,
You know, like somebody send you a link, you can't just really click it like that on social media like that. It's like you gotta go to this to go to that. So I probably won't see it that way, but you know, when I'm working on Godfather of Harlem or any other film, I always welcome outside work from different people that I know that's working. Like, you know, Brillo's a up and coming artist. Nobody really know who he is. Like, but it just fit the situation. So, and I knew Brillo for years, but I just didn't
right.
have the right spot to like be like, yo, come do this, or you go over here and do that, or you know what? next time you might not gonna do this, but next time. So I keep a lot of people in mind. Or if I see somebody on social media that I connect with, I'm like, wow, like this person could really sing. You know what? Let's call that person up and see if they could do a vocal on this. Or, oh wow, like so I do it like that more from a visual standpoint than people sending me music, because I definitely see a lot of super talented people on social media.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I get that. I want to take a mini segue. I have to ask you. So this is obviously Godfather of Harlem. It's based on a true story, obviously a real person. If there was a series or a movie on your life, what are some songs that you think would be featured in it?
Fela Kuti, Expensive Shit.
Okay.
Um, Fela Kuti, Expensive Shit. Exodus, Bob Marley.
Okay.
It's too many songs, bro. It's too many, too many songs. Rough Riders Anthem, for sure.
Yes, sir.
What's Going On, Marvin Gaye.
Mm.
Then I hit the Latin side, you know what I'm saying? Willie Colon, you could pick any one of those. Mark Anthony, you could pick any one of those. So much, I'm so diverse with music, from a Arabic side, Indian music. I listen to so much music. I don't even have like, if you hear what I listen to, it goes all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I always wanted to see stories that we could relate to, but music that we never really heard of. I like the juxtaposition of that.
It's dope.
Like, even like with Godfather of Harlem, like in my mind, I have like I might even do it. I might like take the seasons and like do like my own version of it, even though I'm doing my own version of it, but like my uncut version of it.
Yeah.
Right. Because like I would have definitely had like some Fela in there. I would have definitely had different things going on. It's my dad calling me.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. So what would you say is the most important skill that someone who wants to follow in your footsteps and have a extensive career as an executive music producer, what's some of the skills that they would have?
You just gotta know music. You gotta know music. You have to be passionate. You have to have a good team around you, because I make it look easy, but I got to have a great team around me that handle a lot of the different things, so I can stay focused on the creativity as well. And you just gotta have love for it. Like for me, I could have did this project, not this particular one, but I have a lot of TV opportunities. It's just, as a producer that's accomplished what I accomplished, those things come all the time. But I have to feel the story. I have to believe the story. And I know all the players at the table, Chris from writing Narcos, and big fan of Forrest Whitaker and everybody. It just felt like a family. And I was just like, Forrest called me about it. And Mimi Valdez, from Pharrell's team at the time. And I was just like, yo, let's go.
Yeah. And doing a wonderful job so far, man. If y'all haven't yet, definitely tap into the show. It's worth the watch, to say the least. Swizz, before we wrap up, I wanted to ask you a couple more questions. Is that fine?
All right.
Cool. So let's get into Verzuz just really, really quick. What can fans expect for the rest of 2021? It's still providing these huge moments in the quarantine and the pandemic. But what else is in store?
Well, coming up, we have SWV and Escape. I think it's amazing because we don't really see women groups anymore. So to get that on our screen on Saturday, I think it's going to be magnificent. But just expect the unexpected. You know, we have such a long lineup of people to still celebrate. And then, you know, look like outside is coming back. So when people can go outside, we're going to go outside too. You know, which would be cool because imagine like being able to physically go to those verses that you love even before. You know, I think that would be cool too. Also with a lot of the new ones, you know, so we ain't even start yet. We got so many different verticals and parts that we're adding to it. But once again, it's all curation. You know, we have a new partner with Triller. You know, we have a new partner with Triller, so we're integrating into the Triller network, which is it's been fun. Like, you know, even with the quality we're able to bring to Instagram now with the camera angles, you know, it's like a real decent produced show. And we're just having fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. Are there any things that the outside person or the outside fan might not know that goes into creating or putting these versus battles together?
A lot of phone calls, you
I
know, a lot of management talk, a lot of it's just a lot, you know, because it was easier when it was a small thing, you know, now it's a big thing, billions of impressions, millions of views. And so, you know, people come to the table with big talk, you know,
Yeah,
and we got to navigate all of that. But it's all love because it's still giving people their gardens and their flowers and also educational to the music lovers that weren't around for those things. You get to see these people for free, by the way.
yes.
Um,
A whole catalog.
yeah, and get to see the whole catalog and maybe you get better what you do
Yeah.
as a creative from watching these examples of greatness.
Yeah. No, for sure. Salute to y'all for that. Swizz, that was my last question. Anything else you want to leave for the people? Anything that they can be looking forward to you music wise?
Just stay tuned.
Okay.
Keep your eyes and ears open soon.
Okay. We'll keep it straight
All
like
right.
Swizz, we appreciate you for taking the time, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Be safe.